Welcome back to the channel, guys. I just got sent this and I'm going to be testing it out. This is the F1 single pack communication system from ASMAX, and I've been wondering about this. So I've been doing a lot of the Uber Eats delivery and just riding. It is nice to have some sort of Bluetooth communication with your phone. I have never had one, so I'm very curious about this system. So in this video, we're going to do an unboxing and a full test of this, how it applies with a helmet. So you need to have a helmet that has the speakers in there, the recessed pocket for this sort of system. But most new helmets, of course, already have that built in. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So I'll put a link in the description below of this. This is by asmaxworld.com, and they did send me this free to test out, so I really appreciate that. I never had one, so I'm very curious about how they perform. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is the box it comes in, and that is pretty much the system. So there's a little foam thing here, and that's really small. I was actually expecting it to be bigger, but that's the unit itself. And yeah, these are buttons here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons, and then there's a little chip in there. So don't know much about this, but I like that it's very streamlined. Pull this box out. I imagine it's going to be everything that I need. Yep, everything is in this little box, and let's pull it out. Speakers. I believe that's the speakers. That is the microphone. Here's a cable for charging. A clip, another clip. This mounts on the side of the helmet. And yeah, we have our instruction manual. We have a bunch of 3M tape. We have this, which cleaning, oh, it's a wet cloth. I've never seen that in a product. Usually you are required to clean the surface yourself, but it is nice that they provided it. And then you have a bunch of decals. So this is the decals that come with it. And this is the system. This is what mounts on the side of your helmet. And these are all buttons. Don't know exactly what they do yet, but we're going to find out. And here's the back side. Very thin. I mean, just look at my hands in comparison. The quality is very good. On this side here, you have a USB-C charger, and apparently it takes 50 minutes to fully charge. Mount this on your helmet. It's already got the 3M tape, and I believe this is just going to slide right in there. So the manual is actually pretty substantial. I don't usually get like a booklet like this. This is the AS World app. And I'm about to do a just registration, and that way you can control the unit using your phone. So I've run into a problem already registering it. I can't select the location. It asks me, please select a region, and then I go here, it says request failed. Don't know exactly what's going on with that, but I'll keep trying. So here is the unit, and I put the magnetic mount on it, and it snapped right into it. And you can see coming on one side, coming onto one end, you have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack or microphone jack, and then you have a connector here. So it's already in place, and you still have access to your USB charger. On this bag, you have the speakers. It comes with a bunch of cushions and Velcro adapters. So you have a thinner one, and then you have a thicker, larger, rounder one, and then a very thin one. Here's the charger for the unit, USB-C. And in this bag, you have another adapter. It's a metal clip. This is the metal clip that'll go into your helmet. And this clips into the helmet, and then it will go that way. So with our device, you also have this 3M tape, and this kind of slides it up and locks it into place. So if you want to mount this on your helmet, You just like stick it on there, and then this device will go like this. Just make sure it slides in and it clips in. And on the top, you have this tab, and you push it in or push it out like that, and then slide it out. Using this, you could alternatively use the metal tab that they provided. Here's another thing. With the addition of this flexible mic, they also included this. This is another microphone, and this is called the wired microphone, and this is called the hybrid microphone. But thus far, what we have to do now is mount it neatly onto our helmet. So that's the next step. The system is pretty nice, and I wanted to show you. This is the intercom button. It is volume up, volume down. And this one, this button here, is the functions button. Push these two buttons, boom, and it powers on. And there we go. That is pretty cool. Looks very alien-like. So what I have here is my Shoei Neotech, and it's a pretty decent helmet. It's a flip up. And on this particular one, it's got the recessed pockets for the speakers. There we go. That's one, and I'm going to put it into the recess here. It's a little bit hard to see, but if you just get it in that general area, this will clip in just fine. The only thing you have to pay attention is that you probably don't want the wires to be in such a way that it just kind of gets in the way. So what you might want to do is, instead of routing the wires down, that way you don't have any like wires dangling, you route it through the top or through the front. And that's what I'm intend on doing. This helmet is a little bit too big for me. I am like thinking about buying another one. And once I do that, I'll transfer all of this stuff over. The speakers are in. I got the cable here, kind of routed through one of the plastics. Nice things about this kit is that they included a cleaner, like a little swab. So we're gonna take that. It comes with a piece of cloth and some alcohol strips, wet wipe. And that's gonna be really good to get this nice and clean. We don't have to get anything. So this is brilliant. I like that they included this. Not a lot of manufacturers will do that. Going to get the 3M backing. It's got these little tabs. Just make sure that it's the right orientation, ASMAX, right about here. We're going to mount it right in here. Boom. So what I think I might do, instead of installing this really nice microphone, I'm going to put this one because it's a little bit more flush with the front. So it comes with this little piece of Velcro like this and plenty of wire. So I'm going to just connect it like this. Now it's a matter of just cleaning up these wires and routing them so it doesn't look like a big mess. And okay, we have it connected. Everything is on here. Now remember, to power it on is these two buttons together, and it should be on. But first you have to download. 100%. I can hear the speaker. I said battery is 100%. So perfectly. It's exactly what I want. So now we have to download the app and connect it all together. I have it connected. It was pretty easy. Now, if you want to connect it to your phone, just go into the Bluetooth of it and then push this button, which is the function button, and then it shows up. It was actually really easy to connect. And right now it is connected, so I can listen to my Joe Rogan. So much nicer having that on. In the past, I've used like earbuds and it just doesn't work. When you have it all connected, fully done on a helmet, it's so much nicer. Now, the only thing I have to work on is the wires. They're kind of a mess, but I'm going to be tucking it in. So when you have a flip-up helmet like this one is, it's already got the speaker thing, but I don't know exactly how to route this as well as I'd like. But this, I'm going to tuck behind here, and then, you know, I am planning on getting a new helmet, so I'll put the system in that new helmet. But right now, what we're going to do is take it out for a test, because I'm curious to see how well it performs. So let's go ahead. That's how we're going to test this thing. So I've been testing this thing out for a few weeks now. And as you guys know, I've been riding pretty much all day doing deliveries, and it's really good for deliveries because basically you get to hear the audio directions directly in here, so it pairs with your phone. It makes things a whole lot easier. You get a notification from DoorDash, for example, boom, you hear it. One from Grubhub, you hear it. Sometimes on a motorcycle, it's a little hard to hear as you're riding. So with this, it makes it crystal clear. And one of the super great benefits, something that I've never really done as much, I've used earphones before and I have listened to music. But with this, if I feel like listening to music, listening to a podcast like the Joe Rogan podcast, I can just play it and it'll play it seamlessly. Even with the notifications coming on from DoorDash, Uber Eats, it is good. Another interesting thing is it is voice commands, so you can operate it just using voice commands. It pairs really easily, by the way. So once you have your phone, Bluetooth is quite easy. Now, the downside of this particular unit is the app. I cannot get the app on my phone. I'm using an old iPhone 8 and it just doesn't seem to work very well. But I believe with the new phone, perhaps if you have something a little bit newer, it'll work better. You can pair this with other units that use the same one or the Cardo. So if you're riding with your buddies, imagine you're going into a corner and you see gravel, you could always say to your riding buddies, gravel. So that is like a really good benefit. When I'm doing videos with Motorola USA, this would be extremely usable. Let's say I wanted to do a drag race between a Goldwing and an FJR 1300. If I had this, I could go 1, 2, 3, and he would actually hear me instead of hitting the horn. The battery lasts a really long time. I used it for an entire day and it went down 10%. So I had 90% left on the battery. So I barely have to charge it. And when you do, you have enough for a couple of weeks. So that's really great. See, I just got a notification and I heard it on here. Another interesting thing is, I'm going to put the mic up to here. Hi, Max.
Coming.
No, see? She is very sultry. It's a very seductive voice inside your your helmet. Hi, Max.
Hi.
See? She's like taunting me. So, you know, I have never had this system on a motorcycle. And it does talk with Siri as well. So you can say, hi, Max.
Hi.
And there we go. And then you can give commands to Siri. Open up whatever application you want on your phone, completely hands-free. It's a really brilliant system. And the only wish that I have for this is that this came with a camera as well, a 4K camera, because you can use that as a dash cam. And that way I can keep filming instead of using the large chunky GoPro. It puts off a lot of people when you have the GoPro in the front because you're recording them. But this, if I had that with the addition of the camera, it would be the perfect system. I've always wondered why manufacturers and companies won't create something that will fit into the recesses of a helmet, like make a helmet that's got a recess for an action camera, or have an action camera built into the front and to the rear of a helmet, because that's probably like the most useful thing for safety when it comes to insurance claims. But that's my wish list for that, just have a 4K camera. The system itself works flawlessly. The only thing that doesn't seem to work too well is the app, which I haven't tested yet. So, but I do like it. I've been having a blast listening to music, listening to podcasts while I'm doing my runs, and it's a really great system. I'll put a link in the description below. They sent me this system to test out, so I really appreciate it. that if you wish to buy this, I'll put a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.